Awesome admins, are you ready to skill up for the future?
Awesome Admin.
Welcome to Skills for Success. I'm Jillian Bruce, Principal Admin Evangelist at Salesforce, and we've got an amazing episode for you today. In fact, we've got 3 amazing guests to talk about 3 very important skills that you need to be a successful Salesforce administrator: data management, problem solving, and my personal favorite, process automation. Now let's get started with data management. At its core, data management is all about making sure that the data in Salesforce is managed correctly. It means using things like validation rules to prevent data duplication and creating policies for importing, exporting, and mass updating your data. Now, we as admins take data quality very seriously because if our data is accurate, then we can gain insights and make decisions to help the business run better. We call this actionable data. But if the data isn't accurate, then it just isn't useful. As they say, bad data in, bad data out. As admins, it is our job to maintain Salesforce as the single source of truth for all of our business's data, which it's a pretty big job. Now, there's someone who knows a lot about the importance of data management, as well as some Maori, and that is awesome admin Stephen Brown, all the way from New Zealand. Now, Stephen is going to share his top 3 data management tips for Salesforce admins. Take it away, Stephen.
Tēnā koe, Jillian, and a big kia ora to all the awesome admins out there. Here are my top 3 awesome admin data management tips. First is ensuring data quality and accuracy. This is the key to the usability of your application. You can use some of your great admin knowledge to help here, using areas such as required fields, validation and duplicate rules, and even more advanced areas like screen flows to help with ensuring good data quality. Second one is monitoring. No set of data controls is going to be perfect. So you can use data quality reports and schedule them to run on a regular basis to alert you and other admins where action needs to be taken to resolve any exceptions. And finally, have a good understanding of the life cycle of your data. Not all data gets keyed in by users. Some may come in via integrations, for example. Really get to grips with where the data inputs are in your org, and just as importantly, the longevity of your data sets, as this will have a bearing on future archiving and removal of data. Hope this helps. Back to you, Jillian.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for those tips. Data quality and accuracy, monitoring, and data lifecycle are all critical elements to managing data properly in Salesforce. Now, if you're ready to flex your data management skills, go ahead and check out this awesome resource. Now it's time to flex our problem-solving skills. Now, whenever someone asks me, Jillian, what does a Salesforce admin do? I raise my eyebrow and think, well, what doesn't a Salesforce admin do? But when it comes down to it, a Salesforce admin is anyone who solves business challenges using the Salesforce platform. And you see, admins are all about collaboration. We need to collaborate with our stakeholders to design technical solutions to meet business needs. And that means implementing Salesforce solutions to help solve business challenges. We improve processes, we increase adoption, and learning to become a good problem solver is a skill that anyone can develop. And it's also highly sought after by employers looking to hire Salesforce admins. But you don't have to take my word for it. In fact, let's hear from Anthony Cala, who knows a thing or two about hiring Salesforce admins.
Thank you, Jillian. As a former staff sergeant from the U.S. Army and a senior Salesforce consultant now, yes, I've hired quite a few admins in my time. And the top skill I always look for is the ability to problem solve. When assessing candidates and going through resumes, I ask myself 3 questions. Does this person have a proven track record solving problems? It's not necessary to have direct experience building technical solutions in Salesforce. It could be something like customer service. Does this person have any experience working in a team environment to design solutions to meet business needs? Can they effectively collaborate with stakeholders to figure out a solution to a challenge? Can this person listen, and do they have empathy? I believe listening is a big part as well to helping in problem solving. They go hand in hand. Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you, Anthony. I love that empathy is part of your assessment, such a critical thing. And those 3 questions, Anyone looking for a Salesforce admin job, you should be thinking about those. Now, I have a serious question for you. Are you serious about developing your problem-solving skills? If so, check out this great resource to help beef up your skills and get into the flow of it. Speaking of flow, it's time to talk all things process automation. Now, process automation is all about being able to create, maintain, and enhance automated business processes, which is a super important skill for all awesome admins. Now, in fact, admins who are proficient in using automation tools like Flow have a real advantage because they're able to unlock entirely new ways to solve problems and drive efficiencies at their organizations. Now, a key part of process automation is knowing how to identify which manual processes to automate, and then knowing how to advise your stakeholders on why that is a good thing to do, the benefits of automating those processes. Now, I could talk about process automation all day. If you put me on autopilot, that's all you would hear. But I'm going to turn it on over to admin evangelist Jen Lee, who knows a lot about process automation and why it is such an important skill for admins.
Thank you, Jillian. I'm excited to share 3 ways how all awesome admins can level up on their automation skills. Number 1, understand the business process before you automate. Do not automate a process you don't understand. And ask the 5 whys to get to the root of the problem. Challenge processes when you hear, we've been doing that for many years now. And streamline where possible before you automate. Number 2, be proactive, be observant. Listen to and watch out for those automation opportunities and boost user and your own productivity by eliminating manual steps where possible. And lastly, number 3, be constantly learning. With 3 releases a year, each release brings even more automation enhancements. Spin up a sandbox or a dev org and play around and get familiar with these new features. And be ready to use them in your solutions when the opportunity arises. And go back to your previous automations and make them even better.
Thank you so much, Jen. We'll be sure to keep those things top of mind. Maybe they're floating to top of mind when it comes to automation. Now that you're in the flow of learning of all things automation, I'm going to throw you a bone by giving you this great resource to check out. Just like that, we're at the end of this episode for Skills for Success. I sure hope you will enjoy learning about today's awesome admin skills of data management, problem solving, and process automation. Check on back here for next week's episode, but for the time being, head on over to admin.salesforce.com/skillskit to get all the latest info about admin skills for success. With that, I'm Jillian Bruce, and I'll catch you next time in the cloud.